Hello interwebs, Max here, and Hydroid got reworked. He's actually quite good now. I was told he was overpowered, but he's still not as powerful as somebody like Mesa or Inaros or somebody, but I mean now he has something to do. He has a place in the world. Finally. The scaling is the best thing that could have happened to his puddle. I would have preferred the finisher damage it did, but I guess impact kind of works, and the scaling is a little better. Yeah, he is a lot better. He used to be my joke frame next to Limbo, but that's for different reasons. And being a puddle, he used to be the absolute like meme joke frame, and I never used to consider him to be an actual legitimate Warframe. He was just something to make memes about. But now he's got some serious potential. The build I'm running with is range, strength, duration, no efficiency. Again, you don't really need it as much because the way I play him, I'm not casting all that much. I just kind of, you'll see what I do. I'll show you real quick. Everything pretty much explains itself. Corroding Barrage, obviously, for a little bit more damage. This helps with everything. Damage for your weapons, stuff like that, do more when there's no armor. Obviously, this will be more effective against Grenier because they actually have armor. But you can pull this off and throw in Stretch or Transient Fortitude or something. Right now it's a 4-former build. If you want to throw in Transient Fortitude, you will need to toss in one more V, probably up here, and then it'll work. But this build works really well. The fun aspect, I really like, I think my favorite thing about this right now is I'm in my 2, I can cancel it with my 3. You just have to, you used to just have to ride that out, and now it can be cast from your 3, which is wicked, because now when you're in your puddle, your 3, you can actually move just by regular moving. It absorbs energy, but the better way to move is just go into it and then cast your 2. And then, I mean, you can cast all your other abilities while also in your puddle now, so I mean, it's actually very useful, because if you're at low health, you can drop down to your puddle, cast your abilities, and, well, let's see what kind of damage you can do. We're gonna go 6, level 145 heavy gunners, and most of you are probably looking at me like I'm a little crazy if you haven't seen all the other videos yet, but yeah, grab. Oh yeah, this is also a thing too. You can pull things in your puddle. So if you look at those damage numbers, I mean, we're already at 13,000. And then Corroding Barrage. Yeah. About that. Yeah. And with the range reduction to your rain and to your tentacles, I view that as a really good thing. Because your rain is all hitting the same spot, especially when you're in your puddle. It'll do more damage to the things that are actually in your puddle. As well as your tentacles. I find your tentacles are a bit weird. I don't know if it's meant to be like this, but if you cast your tentacles all over the place, and then you have your little pet Kraken here, kind of feel like Davy Jones, but so you have all over the place. But if you're in your puddle, when you cast your, well, let's wait for it to wear off. Oh, there we go. For some reason it was glitching out there. So, as you can see there, they all just kind of grouped up randomly. So, I mean, for CC, I would stay out of your puddle, and then cast your 4, then go into your puddle. If you're looking to stay in your puddle constantly, definitely a little more efficiency. Be a little more careful if you're going to try using this for killing. You can probably ditch a little bit of power strength for efficiency, to stand a little bit longer, but I don't really know how much. Like, if you look at the abilities here, Undertow's damage increase per second is 46. Obviously, that scales with enemies. Grab range 18.6. So, I mean, it's pretty good, but it is scaling. So, as long as you're in your puddle and they're trapped, you're going to kill them. So, if you're going to drop, we'll say we drop Intensify. We'll go for a little bit of efficiency here, so we're streamlined. A little bit more efficiency. And it probably realistically won't change the kill time too much. Ugh, came with this with no energy. That's the only problem that I've had with this build, and it realistically isn't a problem in mission because you're getting energy drops all the time. But in here, you're having a little bit of trouble. So, so we're still killing them really quickly. Those numbers are still going up very fast. So again, that's something you can build for. I'm still very much working on my build for Hydroid. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to build him yet, but this is what I've been running. And it's worked for me. I like the little bit of more power strength personally, just because I usually don't have a power problem in mission, like I said. And when I do, it's really high level missions, and for some ridiculous reason, I'm not getting energy drops. So, again, there's no end-all be-all build. I will be trying to find a final build for him before Hydroid Prime comes out on Tuesday. I probably won't post that video until after he comes out, because I want to make that video with the actual Hydroid Prime as my Warframe, so I can show off a little bit of aesthetic with him too, because he's going to look amazing with the color scheme that I'm planning with him. I'm using the lens with him right now, because I'm finding that even with the tentacles being set up a little bit easier to hit them, I'm still having a hard time hitting them. So when I jump into my 4, and as you can see, it expands as you hold it. So they all... What the heck? That's actually quite fun to watch. And then you just shoot them while they're in. I'll quick show you guys my lens build. I mean, that's the general idea is what I do with this. My lens build right now is kind of a little bonus thing. Isn't really anything special. 10,000 corrosive. Now, it has very little status, 9.3, but it's got 3 chances. So when it hits, it does the impact. That gives you a chance to proc the blast corrosive. Or sorry, the corrosive, sorry, not the blast corrosive. And then it expands the bubble, it procs cold. That's another chance to proc corrosive. And then the blast goes off, and that's another chance to proc corrosive. So you have 3 chances to proc corrosive, so 18, 27% chance, 27.9% chance of proccing. Now, that may not realistically be the best, but you're shooting 2 arrows with this shot, so you're, doubling that. So you're well over 50% chance to proc, and then based on however many enemies, right? So it's actually a really good status chance if you do all the math. And it works really well, especially with something like with this setup here that I was running. With all this stuff going on, I mean, all this crap down here, you get hit with your 1, and now they're all getting corrosive procced, and then soak in more corrosive procs. And now, with all this knockdown, it wouldn't even really matter if they weren't frozen with the options, because they're still going to be getting CC'd by both the explosion with the lens and the stagger they get from the rain. So, very good CC. He's actually doing amazing damage now, and he's still got his farming potential with his Pilfering Swarm augment. So, I mean, Hydroid's in a really good place. Hydroid's in a really good place right now, and the only thing that I'm not a huge fan of, as of where he is right now, is the way he looks. I mean, this helmet is my favorite of all of them by far. But I don't know. He's missing something. Maybe a pirate hat. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Hydroid right now, and I will definitely be updating my thoughts and getting a little bit more fashion frame done when Hydroid Prime comes out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.